him cry, 'cause he's in trouble.
This man swear he'll sing.
'Cause he got caught skipping school. So let the tears fall down.
Fall
'Cause
down.
I don't give a fuck. I bet he won't be skipping no damn more.
Shoo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo.
No damn more.
No more.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Welcome to another episode of Hating is Free.
You digging it is, in fact,
It's
fucking free.
That's right. I'm your boy,
Smell me.
Mr. Pearl J. Alongside of me, I got my sidekick, my homeboy, my dog since we was little puppies.
You dig.
Mr. Tim in the building. Say
What's
what's up.
happening? What's happening, good people? It's been a little minute, but we back around.
back.
We back.
Of course, we also got
You know, we got the Faceless Wonder.
the
with us,
Faceless
too.
Wonder, the world
smell
famous
me.
producer, the Grammy Award winning.
I'm on one, and I got my cup.
He got his cup. Hey,
He drinking out of a mason jar.
today before we
Hey
get
man,
started.
mind your business, bro.
Listen, before we get started, got to give a shout out. Today we are actually recording at the Russell Hotel in the world famous East Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Hey, to give you a little backdrop, little story, the Russell Hotel, there used to be a church, and they actually bought it, renovated. It looks dope in the inside. One cool thing about the Russell Hotel is that when you get a room here, part of the actual proceeds of actually getting a space here is that they take part of that payment and they actually donate it to local charities and communities that work with the homeless. So I think it's real dope. So it's not like they trying to make a big profit, because part of the fees that you pay to get a room is actually going to a good cause. So there's even more of a reason to actually, get a room here at the Russell Hotel. And when I tell you this hotel inside is nice, I mean it's nice. It's real nice.
He's not just saying that, y'all. It actually does look really nice.
Yeah, it's real
really
nice. To the point that, we all made phone calls and was telling people about the hotel, just to be real. So big shout out for the Russell Hotel again in East Nashville, 819 Russell Street. Hey, go on to the website, russellnashville.com, book, get a room, and tell us how much you like it once you get that room. What we got lined up for today, Mr. Faceless Wonder?
Hey man, well, first of all, let me back up. So it's TSU homecoming weekend.
You dig. Shout out to the home team, man.
Yeah,
we
shout out
had
to the home team.
we had first take here yesterday. Shannon, Sharpe, Cam Newton, Stephen A. They was out in the city,
Hey,
man.
they love Nashville. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different, because like it's footage of them having just a great time. You know what I'm saying? Like
A good time.
yeah.
Ran into Shannon Thorpe. Hey, I love TSU. I love coming to Nashville. I had a good time coming to Nashville. All the black people just singing, and the band was playing. It just reminded me when I was at Savannah State University. But again, just a good shout out. I told Stephen Knight, I said, we got to do this some more because it's just a ball. It's just a ball here in Nashville, Tennessee. We'll be around all of the black people that's going to the BCUs. So just want to give a shout out to Michelle.
Hey, by the way, he did come to a couple different like liquor stores. He did like a bottle signing
that's
for his
dope,
cognac. Yeah, that was lit. It was super
Yeah, that's
lit.
dope. That's dope. That's real dope.
I forget the specific location, but I actually had two friends of mine that actually showed me the signed bottle. They showed me the cognac. I haven't got any reviews on what it's like because I'm a dark drinker. So I'm interested to see how they enjoy it because I do like cognac too. So, So I'm curious to see like how everything turned out. They say he's a really, really cool guy. Very personable, which that's really dope to see. Anybody with success to being able to just be humble and down to earth is always a cool thing. But shout out to him, man.
Shout out. And he said, if you get my cognac, I guarantee you, fellas, you'll get you a Michelle.
What's her name, bro?
Michelle.
I'm trying not to laugh at that boy, cause listen, it was somebody. Now, mind you, I'm gonna see if I can.
Again, bro, one more time.
Hey, I'm gonna try to see if I can find.
Why was he
these.
saying her name like it, bro? That shit was so funny. Like, why was he saying her name like it?
Because he wanted to let you know that he had stamina, but at the same time, he was out of breath.
Like, why was he saying her name like it, bro? Like, what is wrong?
He was breathing like that to put some oxygen in his muscles. That's what he was trying to do. Listen, it was a person like this with a sign, and them mug said something about. They was in the background on TV, boy. I'm gonna see if I can find the clip.
Dude.
If I can find the clip, I'm definitely posting it. Dog.
That's funny, Michelle.
And what, like that was, he did that on purpose, bro.
Yeah, he had to.
He did that on,
I'm
he
sorry,
did that
he
on
had
purpose,
to.
bro.
He
He
had
did.
to.
He really did it on purpose. You can't pay me to believe that he didn't do that on purpose, family. Like he did. He 100% did that on purpose.
He couldn't even explain. Like he didn't.
Bro.
You know, most people say I had a reason or this is what happened. This was the malfunction. He just apologized. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, he wanted to let it be known. He's like, too many. You know what? And I think it came from all those speculations saying that he was he was gay or whatever.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, hey, if that's what you are, be happy in who you are.
Most definitely.
Unless that's something you're not wanting or it's not true, I can understand you trying to, go about it, trying to say, hey, you trying to clear it up.
Right.
At the same time, if it's at a point to like he didn't have to go that far. I mean, but he made it clear.
Yeah.
He definitely made it clear.
You know what he got going on.
But hold on, but what? So saying all that, I wanted to say we can go into the this or that, but let's do like college edition.
Yeah. Before we get started though, got to give a big shout out to the city though because
for sure.
We've been on like one for like 2 weeks. First off, it started last week with Vanderbilt beating my damn Alabama Crimson Tide.
Look like Alabama might lose again today.
Yeah, don't even bring that shit up.
It's what look. They looking real shaky under Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah. But shout out to my boy.
No, they won.
Junior Cheryl.
What you mean? Who won?
Alabama. They won.
Yeah. Oh, I hope so.
For
barely 27-25
for Vanderbilt University. He caught a big touchdown pass on 4th and 1 last week. Hey, but you know what? Who I want to give the biggest shout out to is them students that carried that damn goalpost 3 miles all the way down,
all the way downtown
and dumped it in Cumberland. Because
by the way, they walked. I did the math and I seen somebody else post something about it. So they walked 54 minutes from the stadium to Broadway to like where the company is. They walked 54 minutes and they collectively held that up and walked all the way down.
Now, I love my brothers at TSU. I went there myself. But if that game was in the hole, that damn goalpost wouldn't have made it past Hadley Park. They would have dropped that motherfucker at Hadley Park.
Listen, here's the thing. It wouldn't have made it past the end of Jefferson Street. It would have been right there by Kibulan bookstore. It's like it wouldn't have been half
at Hadley Park, half at the bookstore.
That would have been funny. They would listen.
No, they listen. I ain't gonna lie. They would have made a 10 out of it and had the party and then had a party.
For real. It definitely would have never made it to the company.
Never made it.
Never.
No.
Like I don't. That ain't us.
Yeah.
But shout out to the rich white kids at Vanderbilt for making that happen.
Yeah.
That's definitely not us. Us scholarship kids at TSU, that ain't us, man.
They had dedication and hard work, and they was determined to get that damn thing in the Cumberland River.
I wonder how much beer did they drink for them to be motivated to carry that motherfucker an hour.
And then do you know how much in unison you got to be with that big ass goalpost?
I wonder
to carry
that
I wonder how heavy it is. If you really think about it, I mean, with all those people carrying it, like how heavy is the goalpost?
Once again, if it was all of us, that motherfucker wouldn't have made it past Hadley Park.
I'm telling you, it would have been right there at the corner of Jefferson, bro.
We struggled.
Jefferson, what is that? Corner Jefferson and what's that right there by Kibulan?
They would have thought it was
Jefferson
in
and what 21st or something, whatever that is right there.
Yeah,
they would have thought it was a new toy at the playground.
Listen, you struggle trying to get us to be a pallbearer.
Because when it's time to care, we all looking around like who doing this?
They be like, that's your cousin. So I don't give a damn.
Listen,
I'm not
I remember
his ass.
I remember when bruh passed, bruh, and we all outside about to put him into the hearse. We looking at each other like, so who doing this? And then finally, like, Yella and
I went out the wrong door. I was looking though.
And then
once y'all got up,
Yella,
I was looking like, where they go so fast?
Hey, listen, them caskets is heavy.
Heavy, dog.
Heavy as hell.
They heavy. We all looking around like, so finally Rikus and Money step up to go first, and then finally we all just fall in line.
Yeah.
But we all looking like, bro, who finna do this? Like, man, long live Styles, man. Rest in peace, my brother.
Long live my brother Styles.
Yeah, I mean, so we doing this or that.
College edition.
I bet.
Let's
so
go.
I'm gonna leave TSU out of it, but Tim, pick a good set.
I got one. So listen,
Yeah.
Duke basketball or North Carolina basketball?
I'm a Tar Heel all day.
All day.
Shout out to Michael Jordan.
You did.
Vince Carter. You know what I'm saying? Them is my favorite of all time, and then I add Jerry Stackhouse.
So okay,
I love Stackhouse.
love Stack. So if I'm going North Carolina, greatest of all time, I'm going Ed Cota. Love Ed. Love Ed at the point guard.
Yeah.
And then a one and done guy, Joseph Forte.
I love Forte's little lazy game, but he got buckets,
Joseph
dude.
Forte, and this is just guards, and then Marcus Page.
I feel you.
Then Marcus Page. Like, yeah, that's
now. If I had to go all time, I would have Kenny Smith at guard.
Okay.
Ed Cota would be on the squad, but Kenny Smith would be starting guard. Then I would have MJ.
Of course.
Then I would have Vince Carter.
Okay.
Then I would have Tyler Hansborough.
I'm probably going Twan at the 4. We together.
Antoine, yeah.
We together everywhere,
yeah.
but instead of me for Tyler, instead of you going Tyler, I'd probably go Twan.
I ain't mad at that. I'd
probably go Twan
Antoine
at the 4.
Jameson, yeah, he can
and
go 4.
then Eric Montrose at the 5.
Ooh, big Montrose.
Or
I'm with that.
Or I'll put Tyler at the 5.
I'm with that. Now my bench, I would have.
And I'm probably going Cody as my starting point guard, just because that's a lot of scoring on the. With those 4, and you need that floor general space. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody together.
That's true.
So I'm probably going Code as my starting 5.
I'm with that.
As my starting point.
I'm with that. Hey, North Carolina. That's if we talking about all time.
You got to think that's James Worthy, Sam Perkins.
And I got them on the bench right now.
Like that's a squad, and then you got bruh. And then you got to think we still ain't like Sean May, Rashad McCants, Raymond Felton.
And I love that championship squad.
Marvin Williams, Jawad Williams,
and all of them went to the league.
Like Jackie Manuel, Danny Green. Like you got like, if we sitting here thinking about it, bro, like it's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't have this. I have another this or that, but I have a question first. If you didn't go to TSU, where would you have gone?
WKU, baby.
That's where you went. You don't count.
Right.
What you mean I don't count?
Because you the faceless one. You're not even here.
Right.
But I am.
Now I did go to Middle Tennessee too, so that was cool. But I include them as one. You know what place I would really want to go to, and I ain't even gonna lie to you. It would be between 3 schools.
Okay.
2 in Florida and 1 in California.
I'm going Florida A&M.
I'm going Florida A&M.
Yeah.
And then I'm going University of Miami.
Okay.
And then my third would be USC.
I'm staying in tally. So the 2 in Florida is going to be Florida A&M and then Florida State.
Florida State.
I'm staying because that's my favorite football team. So I'm staying there, and then probably University of Memphis.
That's a good one.
Just because I spent a lot of time in Memphis. I grew up down there. Like I love the city.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
It's your boy. It's your boy. Yo
So,
God.
All right. This or that. College edition. Greatest college rivalry. Football. Miami, Florida State.
That's up there.
Or Alabama, Georgia.
It's really Miami, Florida State because
that's the greatest college rivalry ever.
Georgia and Alabama, that stuff is like recent, like fresh. Yeah. But they ain't got no weight on Miami and Florida State. Them was some
like
real
that's
battles.
that's a great rivalry. You gotta think them. It's wide right.
Yeah.
Bobby Bowden, Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah. This is what's crazy because
rest in peace to the legend Bobby Bowden.
I
too,
travel based on like really coaches that I like and like systems. Like if you got a good system, I'm rocking with you. Like the 95 Nebraska Cornhuskers with Tommy Frazier. I rock with them just because I love the hell out of Tommy Frazier.
Tommy Frazier. He had them blood.
Blood clots. Or he would have been a beast in the league. But the 94 Florida State Seminoles with Charlie Ward and
did you watch that Charlie Ward documentary?
No, I gotta check it out.
Oh, it's really good. Really good.
With Charlie Ward and Warren Dunn.
Spoil it for him. He want to spoil all the TV. No. He want to spoil everything else. Spoil it for him. Spoil it for him. Tell him what happened.
I'm not, bro.
He can do it. I still watch it.
That's you that don't do spoilers, little bro. You be mad as hell.
Listen, I don't get mad about too much of anything, but shit, if I feel away, I feel away, and I deserve it.
No, you have a whole theatrical moment. He said, "No, Burl, don't do it." I said, "Don't do it, brother man. If you spoil it, you dead."
That's
how I be feeling.
I shoot you in your kneecap and you bleed.
All right, so all right. This or that college edition.
Oh, wait. I got one.
Go ahead.
Fisk or Belmont?
Fisk. That's easy for me.
For what?
But no. See, wait.
Great, you get a great education. But I like Belmont because
it's the Fisk Jubilee.
Shout out to Coach Penny, man.
So no, you depicted it in the way. I'm not gonna give a sport or nothing. I'm just gonna tell you the pick.
But he went to Belmont.
But he went to Belmont.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Penny.
Yeah. So don't do both of them. Yeah. No.
I mean, it ain't like drink champs. You don't drink for picking both.
Right.
You just pick both.
Now, I will give Fisk a shout out because when I was doing stand up, they did let me be on their radio station a bunch of times, and I did do a homecoming there. I did a comedy show for their homecoming one year, so I rock with them on that point. But I would say Belmont. I would say.
So you going Belmont. Okay.
You know why?
Why is that?
For the bunnies. Hey, white girls. Hey, white girls. White girls, white girls. White girls. Yep. That's kind of why.
Speaking of that.
Hold on. I got one for y'all. Check this out.
Okay.
Check this out. Spring break. MTV spring break or Black Beach spring break?
Black Beach. Easy. Black. Everything black, my nigga. Everything black.
Faceless Wonder.
Black Beach, bro. I mean, I feel like that comparison wasn't a tug of war.
Everything black. I thought you was gonna say, no,
because both of them is a set it off scenery now.
I thought you was gonna say like Cancun or you know what I'm saying, some shit like that.
No, because they the same. But so this is what it was. So
not necessarily.
Okay, so true. But So MTV Spring Break was more like what was that little thing for a while where the white dude got the girls to just show the boobs and they was on
Girls
TV.
Gone Wild?
Girls Gone Wild. It was more like
Yeah.
Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah.
And Black Beach was like Uncle Luke's Freak Fest.
Okay, well, ask yourself, which one would you rather go to?
I mean, I know which one I go to. I was asking y'all. I'm going to Black Beach.
Duh. That's why we picked Black Beach.
I'm just saying.
If we were to pick, if we had to pick and we're going to pick, that's where we're going.
Yeah, okay. I was just
Definitely going black. Okay.
I was just making sure.
Okay. So that was actually a really good
There was.
this to that,
Yeah.
and we included everybody in it because usually Pearl just do it. So now we running into my favorite part of the show,
Here we go.
and we gonna do the word.
Here we go.
We gonna do the word of the day.
Faces wondered, did you hear how he done changed his whole mood? He went into the quiet storm. He said, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for...
Y'all funny, man.
He said, it's time for the word of the day. This word of the day is going out to Michelle.
Shout out Michelle, man. Shout out to all Michelles.
Whoever the Michelle is.
Because Shannon Sharpe put y'all on, man. Shout out to all the Michelles, man.
It's going to be...
Except one, and I won't say why, because, yeah, she did my brother 30. So
It's going to be a million Michelles being born this year. They all going to get the name
Shout
Michelle.
out Michelle. So, the word of the day, man. So when I told them what it was earlier, they made fun of me. But the word of...
And if you're using this one still, we're going to make fun of you again.
I'm using it
I have
again.
a whole list for
I'm
you
using-
to pick
I'm
from,
using it
bro.
again.
Not saying,
using it
listen,
again.
you are typically the encyclopedia
I am.
and the dictionary.
I
Professor
have-
Tim is on the mic now.
I have
For real.
I have plenty of words, but like I feel like this is a word that a lot of people don't know.
And those that
For
follow
a
us
reason.
do understand that Tim is bipolar on this show because 1 minute he's Professor Tim, and then the next minute he's going into a rant about fuck y'all.
Hey,
let
by
them
the-
know.
By the way, my favorite so far, my favorite phrase of Tim right now is
Tell people they got you fucked up. Yeah.
He said that was great advice, but fuck that.
And the crazy,
what?
But look, the crazy thing is,
if you heal, that is trill what he telling you.
nah, it was so. Listen, it was some real trill advice. He told my big brother Pearl. He basically told everybody to be the bigger person, turn the other cheek, be cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's great advice. It is. However, sometimes that's just not always possible because sometimes you gotta let a motherfucker know where they got you fucked up at. because they gon' all like if you never let them know where they have you fucked up at, they'll always try to get over on you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like sometimes you just gotta let a motherfucker know where they had y'all fucked up at, bro. And that's cool. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Like his advice is great, and don't get me wrong. But like I tell people, I'm already fat. I'm not gonna be the bigger person. Like I'm sorry, I'm already the bigger person. You understand what I'm
I ain't
saying?
gonna lie. Hey, that is a bar.
Right.
I'm already the bigger person.
So I'm
So
already fat, so I'm not gonna be.
like I'm just not, bro. Like and so sometimes you just gotta let a person know where the hell you fucked up at, bro. And again, you don't always have to go off. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not condoning violence or none of that. I'm just saying that sometimes,
Say it with your chest.
yeah, sometimes you just gotta let a person, and it don't matter who it is, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your girlfriend, whoever, bro. Sometimes if a motherfucker got you fucked up, let them know, hey, bro, this is where you had me fucked up at. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Like it was great advice. Bro gave great advice. Cause yes,
And I
be
do.
the bigger person. Sometimes you just gotta let some shit go. I was telling little brother earlier. I was telling Faceless one of that earlier. Sometimes you just gotta let
let it
shit
roll.
go. But there are times when you need to let people know they got you fucked up.
I was
Say,
trying
I'm
to, I was
tired
trying
of
to
you, James.
exercise. I was trying to.
I'm not gonna
exercise
keep
his
on
advice.
washing dishes and cooking.
And, like,
You got me fucked up, James. Yeah.
and sometimes you just gotta let a
Sometimes you
motherfucker
gotta
know.
say that.
You know what I'm saying? But I know we got out on a tangent, bro. They do. They
That's
do
my.
this to me
Hey, that's
all
my
the time,
favorite. That's
bro.
my favorite thing, boy.
But so the word of the day.
So, damn, Keisha, I just paid the phone bill. Now I got to pay your water bill too. I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
See,
and you want some weed?
But look though.
Bitch, go lay down. You tired?
But look though, man.
Go to sleep.
Just again, I tell
that's like a whole segment.
I tell this to my boys. Everything doesn't always require a response or a reaction.
Is this part of your word of the day?
No.
You just giving some advice?
He got to get it off his chest.
Oh, okay.
Like sometimes everything don't deserve a response. But sometimes, again, you got to tell them why they had you fucked up at. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, off my tangent, on to the word of the day, man. The word of the day is pantheism. And I'm going to read the definition because it's I'm going to read the definition.
Can you spell it first?
Right. Yeah, pantheism. Pantheism. Pantheism.
And shout out to Fat Ass because he would have definitely fucked up this word also.
Definitely. And that's one of my favorite reasons of doing the word today because Fat ass LA is going to always fuck it up. Yeah. So
and I'm gonna always laugh
every time because but what's so funny when he fuck up the word? It's his tone. Like he's so fucking country, so it's his tone. But anyway, man, pantheism is the word.
Pantheism,
exactly. Some stupid shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So pantheism, it means the doctrine that God is the transcendent reality of which the material universe and human beings are only manifestations. It involves a denial of God's personality and expresses a tendency to identify God in nature. That's the first definition. Second definition is any religious belief or philosophical doctrine that identifies God with the universe. So this basically is in line with them grand rising chicks, the crystals and the moons and the stars.
Right.
Those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna retain my thoughts on the matter.
Yeah, me too.
Go ahead, man. Listen, we here. Let's talk about it. Y'all don't get quiet now. Pussy. Both you niggas pussy.
I eat it and fuck it. I'm not one.
Both you niggas pussy.
Unless you say you are what you eat, then right. I mean
both you niggas pussy. Y'all gonna leave me standing on the ledge by myself and
hell yeah.
And I'm not.
Yeah, because we told you not to. We told you not to pivot that way.
Disclaimer: I'm not a pantheist. I believe in God, Christianity, all that. I'm not a pantheist. It was just a unique word that I got from somebody. And I thought it was cool.
See, my thing is this. I understand and know that my stance sometimes with knowledge makes people triggered. I ain't trying to do that at all. I want to challenge you to think about some things.
Right.
But that's it. I move, I act, and I operate in and with love. So I don't want nobody feeling away when I verbalize. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is I'm going to make it all make sense. Now, if a person decides to receive it in that manner, then it's great. If they decide not to, that's great. That means I need to remove myself. But at the same time, I'm cautious when certain things like that come up because my thing is I can simplify this and not even be quote unquote religious, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in God too, for sure. That's nothing will ever make me change my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my thing is this. Everything was created. So how could you compare God and a creation?
So that's cool, and I understand what you're saying.
So from there, I mean, I would only stop there because people will always confirm and reaffirm my answer, and then people get triggered and all the other stuff. So typically, I just bag out of that and be like, you know what? Nah, this ain't for me.
So for me, man, and I understand what Lil Bruh's saying, but for me, like, so I'm a knowledge seeker. Mm-hmm. So like, when there's things I don't know or don't understand or whatever, I'm gonna always go and do the research. I'm gonna go look at it. I'm gonna go seek the knowledge of what it is. Right. So in this case, it was something from the way it was explained to me by one of the people that I talked to about
the powers to be,
was that a lot of people confuse atheists with pantheists.
They long distance cousins.
They so
you rob and I rob and steal. That's what it
is. Pretty much that's pretty much the lane it's in. But again, like I said, in order for in order for the word duality, so in order for duality to exist, you can't have one without the other.
You should have used that word.
But everybody know what duality is, bro.
Well,
So
The fat asses of the world, though.
so duality, man. So like and so,
But that's not the word.
but it's not the word of the day. But like in order to have one, you got to have the other.
Right.
And so for in order to have good, you got to have bad.
Right.
correct.
You know what I'm saying? So they're the antithesis of each other, which was
Last
the
week.
word of the day.
Right.
You understand? So so that's the word of the day. That's my spiel.
And all I have to say to that is, sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am, but I'm sorry.
Let me ask you this. So what would you say? What would you say is your knowledge based hypothesis of that word?
What you mean?
Like what is your takeaway from that word? Because I'm pretty sure you was given an example.
And
of
for
such.
those of you that don't understand,
when
hypothesis means educated guess.
So some people would say, you said they get atheists mixed up with the word, but my thing is, it's like, how would they get?
So you know,
It's a non-believer.
atheism is a non-believer in any. Whereas pantheism, you believe
in the natures and the stars.
in the natures and the moon and the stars, like a higher power.
Right? You
what I'm saying?
believe that something happened. You just don't believe
You
it
just
can't
don't,
go
you
down.
don't
wait.
believe it can't. Basically,
So would that be considered a higher power or another power?
either.
It's a difference.
But what I'm saying is it could be either. Again, we're gonna go back to that
I
word.
understand it.
Duality.
Basically, with them, it just means that it's
You know what I'm
another
saying?
power.
Basically, so we're gonna go back
Something
to,
outside of themselves.
Yeah, we're gonna go back. We'll go back to that word, duality.
Yeah.
So again, two things can coexist at the same time.
You know what's interesting about this, though?
I actually got a good topic for us.
You know what's interesting?
We can really get into
you know what's interesting about this
since we speaking of duality.
as I break it down and give you my
because
religious thoughts.
you know Pearl a preacher.
my spiritual thoughts.
Go ahead.
This is what's crazy
ahead, my
about.
brother.
We're not cueing the music in
We not.
yet.
We not.
No, not
yet.
yet. No. But this is what's crazy about that. Not to even. Well, we're gonna dive into it a little bit.
I mean, let's go ahead.
But this is the
we
thing
here.
though of other people that believe in other things, because the one thing that Christian and religious people of the Bible understands that in the preaching, God always is speaking that He is also living within us.
Right.
So it's funny because if you believe in the other two, then you're believing that God is not living in you. Because everybody that believes in God understands that in the principles and the teaching that you're taught, that God is also a part of you. So God is like your inner thoughts. God is your conscious thoughts.
Your conscious and your subconscious, I guess, for lack of better words.
Right. And is also taught to you that God is pure and always of love, so He speaks to your heart, and the thoughts that you get in your brain is coming from the devil, because he's the art of confusion. So what confuses you is those thoughts that you get in your head that comes from extensive studying.
Yeah.
And you don't know where that studying is coming from. You're basically just trusting in whatever research you're doing, and you're believing that to be true and your source of believing one way.
Right. Okay.
And God is basically saying that basically He understands that He's a spirit. And so you have to have faith to believe in Him, because He understands that that's very hard to do. That's why He also says that if you don't know of me, like if you're ignorant to me, then I don't hold you accountable on Judgment Day. But if you know who I am, then I hold you accountable, because you took the time to do the research to get to know me. And if you know me, you know I'm about love. And if you're not showing love, then basically you're going against the principles that I put.
By the
out
way,
there.
in addition to this, I just want to add, because I know a lot of people get this confused, because I've been doing more like research and making sure I understand the knowledge base to be able to
He finally learned how to read, y'all.
Come on.
That's kind of what he said.
Yeah, he finally learned how to read. He was educated in Davidson County.
I'm about 100 pounds thinner than LA. Don't confuse me, okay? No, thank you. So here's
now,
my
you
thing.
might even be 2, my nigga. You did.
Right.
Here's the thing. God was a gangster. He didn't like what people think. Like, you gotta think, first of all, the Bible wasn't written in plain English as we perceive and understand knowledge, right?
Right.
So even the times back then were done agricultural. So even the mind frame and the lifestyle and the culture, then it was completely different from now. Now it still applies. We just don't exercise that according to how the world works.
Right.
Now, saying all that to say,
that's gonna help me segue into my next topic. Good job.
there you go.
I appreciate you.
So, like, again, going back to duality. So you have things that were taught, shown, and proven, putting into a book of facts, being able to prepare you to what to do and how to survive until it's time to go see your father. That's basically what the Bible is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In retrospect.
It's a guide.
Right, it's a guide.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing.
A map, if you will.
I want to go on record to say, yes, Jesus is loving and caring and all that. Think about for the ones, and I don't want this to be triggering, for the ones who had a father in your life. Think about how you didn't play with your daddy. It may have been times when you grew older and you did and things like, you have your life lessons, then you grow up and things like that.
As a boy, as a kid, as a teenager, you always try your father. That's just a rite of passage. You always rebel and try your father. I'm following you. Go ahead,
right.
bro.
So here's the thing.
Preaching, right?
In the child stages, you look for your father for everything, right? I can't get it right, daddy. I'm mad. You crying. You just whatever, right? Us as adults, we pretty much do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just that our daddy isn't physically here.
Right.
But like, I'm saying all that to say, God ain't no pushover. He ain't no fluff. Yeah. He's close to a real gangster.
You got to think about, and that's true. So think about some of the things that he's done to punish, like some of the wrath that he's caused.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Some of the things that he's done, so if you're familiar with and like I said, you ain't got to be hella biblical and hella knowledgeable about the Bible, but like if you're aware, like you've known some of the things that he's done and some of the wrath for, that's the word they use in the Bible. Some of the wrath that he's caused. Like you got to think, even when Noah was building the ark, we can even go before then, when he asked Eve not to eat the apple, and then the serpent and all of those other things. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like some of the things that he's done. So, that was a good, like, with God being a gangster, I want to talk about, I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think that there's humanity in dope dealing?
Yes.
Now remember.
Yes.
It wasn't the word of the day, but it was the co-word of the day, duality. Do you think there's humanity in dope dealing?
Yes.
Tell me why. You think about it, because I see your wheels turning.
I don't. I already know my answer, but
tell me why.
I'll be like this. I'm cut from that cloth to understand and know how that works.
Right.
So I'll say this. The reason why I say that is because people hustle in that way based off of survival and other things that they need to do. If they had another segue or option that was safer, that brung the immediate response as they're searching for, they would have pivoted to that first.
Absolutely.
And most people don't understand that. But that's my answer. So the humanity part is this. You'll have a hustler. I feel like it would be less in the beginning because, of course, it's survival. I need to feed my family. My baby need X, Y, and Z. You got to think, like, your whole mind frame is, if I don't do this, my family suffers. A lot of people can't deal with what.
But that the humanity's
that's
right there too.
Hold on. I'm finna say that's one part.
Yeah, the humanity's right there too.
The other part is this: as you progress, you start getting a little money under your pocket. You start sustaining your house. Then you're not thinking in survival. So your humanity will kick in as if you were to have a 9-to-5. hey, I need X, Y, and Z. You see a little kid at the popsicle truck. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like this family in need. You see an older lady who's fumbling with like coins and stuff trying to pay for groceries. Like that's when your heart will tug on you to say, hey, you was just right here 2 weeks ago. So your heartstrings get pulled on and you say, you know what, let me do that for you, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Every historical story of any drug dealer ever known, they have always been more of a giver when they had something to give. Mm-hmm. That is the biggest and truest example of having the empathy and the love of, you know what I'm saying, of just pretty much the example of your question. You know what I'm saying?
And the funny thing is, I can almost guarantee that he finna go to the other side.
Most definitely.
I already know. Most definitely. I'm going to go last because, again, duality.
Hold on. Wait. Now, before you say anything, I have a rebuttal before he talk because I feel like I know what he gonna say.
The funny thing is this. I'm probably gonna have the rebuttal because I'm
this
on
is good.
Duality.
This is good.
I'm on duality.
So y'all can give the rebuttal.
No, go ahead.
Because there's no
ahead.
duality in
But there is though.
No.
Oh,
it is. Go.
Yes, there is.
That's duality in everything.
Yes, absolutely. Go
duality
ahead,
in everything.
Hold on, Tim. Let's hear it, Pearl.
No, hold on. First off, let's go back to this duality. Why do you feel like there's a duality in everything?
Because it's a high and low with everything.
It's a good and bad in everything.
It's a good and bad with everything.
So you can't have one without the other in anything.
If you shoot a shot, it's either gonna go in or it's not.
Duality, good and bad. It's good and bad in everything.
If you go home and your lights was on before you left and then they not.
No.
There's a duality. There's a duality in everything.
No.
In every aspect of life, there's a duality.
Listen. So I'm gonna give you one story that shows the duality, but it's because they made the wrong choice.
That's usually how they go.
So listen.
But that is your duality is not dependent on a choice. Yeah. It still leaves two options.
Listen, but in this case it is because what you have to understand is God gives you free will.
Absolutely.
God also says
duality.
No, listen. God also says, my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither my ways are your ways. Right. Which means a lot of people think that they're getting that in their mind that this is what God wanted them to have.
Duality.
And so they go that way. But that's not duality.
It's your thoughts and God's thoughts.
No.
Duality.
No. So listen.
That should be the word.
God's thoughts are different from your thoughts. That's correct. Why when you say a prayer, you have to say that you want your thoughts to line up with His. That's why you say, "Let your will
be done."
Correct. All right.
Now, listen. We agree.
So what's the opposite of that?
We agree.
So listen.
It's still an option. That's what I'm saying. Like even though that's what we want, that does not mean it's not another option. That's what duality is.
But this is the thing though. You can't really put it in every situation because there's a choice that actually leads into the duality. So the duality comes second. You don't have to choose to be a drug dealer. Now, once you choose that that's what you want to do, then there's a duality that comes with that.
Bro.
But you don't have to choose
that.
The duality was there before because you could have chose the good, you could have chose
to get a job,
and then but you chose.
You also could have chose to do nothing, but you chose
that duality still. That duality still exists.
When you chose that, what good comes out of that?
That's not what we're saying. We are in agreement with what you're saying. All we're saying is this: duality means that you have two choices to make. Think red pill, blue pill. With anything that you decide to do, you have a choice over here.
There's an option
and a choice over here.
Yeah, because you have free will to make your own choice.
That's all duality is. Duality is just
going back to y'all original question
about drug dealing being so here's the thing. There's humanity. And so there's humanity in drug dealing based on the fact of what you gonna do for your family, right. what you end up doing for the community.
Right.
Now, hold on. There's also dope dealing is also inhumane based on what you do to that same community.
Right.
Duality. You understand what I'm saying?
But let me add to that. So in the same likeness, that also goes for food. It goes for soda. It goes for toothpaste.
That's true. But let me give you a for real breakdown that y'all overlooking. All right. So, to be a good drug dealer, you can only think about yourself. So you're not really thinking about your family because soon you get that call, no matter if it's 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna go and make that sale.
I'm not gonna incriminate myself because I would like to rebuttal that, but I don't want nobody thinking I'm a drug dealer.
But I'm gonna speak on drug dealers that I knew of and ones that you see in the movies. This is in order to be the top-notch dude, you have to have a selfish mentality when it comes to selling drugs. So you're putting your family in jeopardy with selling because as you go up the drug dealing food chain, if you will, you're also putting a target on your back. You're putting a target on your back to get robbed, for them to come into your dope house, find out where your kids at. You got to be on your P's and Q's. Now, what do you call that? Huh? But humanity, the other side of humanity, exactly. The duality. But let me finish though. So there's no true humanity in it because all of that stuff is temporary. You have to get out of that game and go legit in order to provide the humanity of it for like your family and stuff. But you're poisoning people to get ahead.
Well, here, hold on. In addition to what you said, it's many and plenty of people and companies that are doing the same thing. You just see the owner of said product.
True. But are those people though doing that putting their families at risk though?
Obviously so, because they can go buy the same product. Just because they sell it don't mean that they not selling it to the person.
But are they putting themselves at risk?
Listen, and I ain't gonna incriminate nobody that I may know or know of, but it's rappers who have sold dope to their family, dog. Cousins, aunts, mothers. It's just said, huh? It is. Hold on. Wait. It is humane, even though it is poison. It is humane based off their living conditions because sometimes they could be so far in, they could operate only when they are in the use of that substance.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily have to be a drug, but their body could adapt to it as a drug. That's why, for instance, a lot of people they have such a hard time. Like for instance, rest in peace, my uncle. So he went to rehab to get clean from alcohol. At a certain point, his body operated in a certain way based off his consumption of alcohol. Does that make sense? So he was gonna have to go through an entire downpour to get it clean and things like that. And I had another family, distant family member, to where it got to a point to where he didn't like bathe for a long time and things like that. Now, crazy as it sounds, he didn't necessarily have a stench or a smell. Yeah, everybody have a smell, but you get what I'm saying? He didn't have a stench. But it has been so long since he's taken a bath, and he decided to go detox into the bath. Of course, they do things in process. He ended up dying because his body was becoming clean.
So what's the good out of that though? Y'all said humane. So what is the good? What is the good side?
So here's the thing. So in my
Yeah, because that's what y'all posed.
So your question
unforeseen situation came up. The only thing you got is your phone. You got $150, and because of the correct way, you cannot go apply for a job in time to make sure you pay these bills. But you know you can call somebody to get a pack. You know you can flip it in about 4 days. You have all your bills paid. What you doing?
But that's the risk you taking.
But I'm asking, but that's not the point.
That's not the point.
So the point is.
The point is
I'm asking you to
Now listen. Okay, you can answer the question.
This is all hypothetical.
No, so listen. The point.
there's a good and a bad.
The point is. I've been homeless before, never sold drugs, and still made it today.
Me too.
So listen.
Me too.
Listen.
I'm giving a scenario just to.
And I'm glad you're giving it because I'm trying to change the mentality out of black people. When there, but no. Let me finish.
I'm not cutting it
There
off.
were 5 black millionaires. There was millionaires before the year of 1920. 5. Because they didn't think that way. They thought like white people did. Let me create something that's legal that would actually sell and produce money. White people is the one that brung the drugs into that because they wanted us to have that mentality to say the only way you can make money, the only way you can get out the hood is by selling drugs.
Pause. Right there. Now, you said 2 pivotal things that I can take and I can utilize to prove a point, but I'm not. But I would like to say this. You said first, 5 of those black people said, "Let me think like white people," but you also, in the same likeness, said white people brought drugs. So my question:
They bought drugs after the during the civil rights.
So my question is, if they had control of drugs at that time, do you not think they made a profit off that?
Then who make a profit off of that?
White people. If they had drugs and brung it, do you not think they had money because of the fact that they had to do something with the drugs, whether it was out of their possession or whatever? Nobody's going to give up anything and not have anything to do with it.
But that was inhumane people. Did nobody say those ones that was bringing it in there was for humanity? Of course they wasn't for humanity because they wanted the black people to suffer.
I'm not negating anything you're saying because you're correct. But my thing, understand what I'm trying to ask you. If it's at a point to where we understand that they had the drugs, right? If they put it on the streets, do you not think they did not make profit?
Of course they made profit.
But hold on. Okay, wait. Now, from that profit, however much it was, do you not think they did some humane activity when they got those millions of dollars?
No. You know why?
I'm curious.
Because most of them, because go back to Ronald Reagan and Rick Ross.
Which Rick Ross?
The real Rick Ross. That was all for exchange for guns. So there was nothing humane about that. And
About that specific part.
okay, about that specific part. All right. But what I'm talking about is a situation that I really don't want to talk about. Is when you talk about the high society of people that didn't want black people to really succeed. It's just like they talk about in the Constitution when they say basically 2/3, and the 2/3 they was talking about, they wasn't talking about the blacks. They wasn't even talking about the poor whites. They was talking about the top tier population are created equal. So they let you know from the beginning that they wasn't for when they discovered and made the United States what the United States is. They never intended for everybody to be equal. That's why in the Constitution it says 2/3.
But here's the thing. So we're not disagreeing with that because we were brung here, for one. For two, we're saying this. In the midst of doing something bad, you will go back and have a humanitarian type of mindset to give to your people, even if you do something bad or that is viewed as bad. That's the second part. Now, in summary, I would say that things won't necessarily follow up with the people you're doing the dealings with if you're doing something bad. That's not necessarily.
But what I want y'all to understand, though, that's a cancellation. You can't kill all of North Nashville and then provide Thanksgiving for all of East Nashville and say
I can though because of duality. I can because of duality.
Duality doesn't make you humane though.
But here's the thing.
No.
But what you saying
duality
is
what?
Listen,
you just have two sides, right? A good and evil.
But here's the thing.
But humanity is all good. There's no evil with humanity.
But again, there is two sides to everything.
Duality.
So
okay,
hold on.
Duality, but not with humanity.
Yes, it is. Though,
humanity is only good.
But there's an inhumane side.
Inhumane
That's
is
what I'm
different
trying
from
to.
humanity.
But
this is what I'm saying.
You missing the point.
Duality.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Duality.
All
yes,
y'all
you
are
are.
saying is duality is two parts.
That's it.
But
that's
humanity is for good.
Yes,
Inhumanity is for bad.
But okay, so
that's two separate things.
That's the whole. That was the whole point of my question. The point of my question was, do you think that there is? I didn't ask you whether or not there was inhuman. But is there a human? But
the answer is no.
Listen,
yes, it
How?
is.
How?
Because I can take my dope dealing money and still go do good with it. That's the part you're missing. Yes, it came
but
from.
you're canceling it with evil.
It doesn't cancel. It's just the same thing.
How do you make your money? By poisoning people, right?
But
that's the bad side, right? So
true,
how can you do good?
Listen,
the duality, right?
Listen, wait.
But
So you hold on, wait, Tim.
Is that even with that same money that I'm poisoning my community with, I can still take that same money and go do good with.
But you're the only one that's classifying it as good.
But wait, Tim.
Meaning the drug dealer.
Because here,
Pearl,
the drug dealer is the only one that's classifying it as good.
But it's not based off good and bad. It's not based off good and bad. Duality just means two choices. We're just saying it's a good choice and a bad choice just to simplify the thought process.
But that is just to decide if you want to sell drugs or not.
But no.
That's duality.
No.
Once you make a decision, then there's no longer two sides because you've already decided.
That's not true because two things can be true at the same time, Pearl.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can.
Two things can be true at the same time.
How?
I can be an angry black man and a happy black man at the same time.
The Bible says
two things can be true.
The Bible says there's no way that you can love two things at one time.
Wait. Time out. Let me hold on.
Let
me stop you. Let me stop you.
Love one, and you're gonna despise the other.
Let me stop you here. A lot of the things that you will use based off the Bible, bro, we understand that and we know that those things are factual. Those things are in reference of God. It's only one way. Now, we're in duality. We're talking about the likeness of people's actions and mentalities. It just means it's two choices.
But once you made the choice, you decided to go one way.
Wait.
So you can't keep adding duality into everything.
Duality
yes, you can. But wait,
though.
Listen, I'm going to explain it in another way so you understand. Duality is not in reference of God at all. Let's start there. Duality is in reference of people and human beings. So think, with any choice I make, I can give you an example of the two choices that follow and how duality is also active at all times. I'll give you an example. I drove here to the podcast place, right?
Mm.
I can do the podcast or I cannot. Okay, I do the podcast. I can either be active or not. I can be active. Mm-hmm. I can be nice or I can be an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I can be nice. I can be a nice asshole.
You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying.
Who determines that you're a nice asshole though?
No.
You make that determination.
Hold on, wait. You're going off somewhere else.
No, I'm not.
No, listen.
I'm going off the question.
No.
Two things can be true at the same time.
But wait.
Bro.
Off the example that I'm giving, all I'm saying is you have an opportunity to choose one thing or another thing in the midst of whatever you decide to do. That's what I'm saying duality is. It's just two options. Excuse me, but that was I just wanted to make sure I could try to exemplify that to try to bring clarity. That was it.
It's not though, bro, because y'all basically are trying to give off there's a good side of selling drugs. It's not.
No. We just gave an example.
Y'all asked. No.
We gave an example of what we would do.
Let me finish.
Or
Y'all
our
asked
viewpoint.
the question. Y'all said, "Is there humanity in selling drugs?"
I said yes. I gave an example why.
You said yes. So you gave your example why, and I said no because of the fact that there is a elimination. They're canceling out. So how is it good when you're destroying one community just to make another community happy? What's humane about that when you're still killing off one population just to provide goodness for another population? How can that be humane? Because in the same act, you're killing something to give birth to another. So how is that humanity?
Two things can be true at the same time, bro.
Okay.
So
you're saying two things is true at the same time. So now you're changing the definition of humanity.
No.
I'm saying that I can
He's always speaking on duality. That's basically.
But that's not the question. Change the question then.
No,
the question y'all said is there
yes,
humanity in drug dealing?
There is humanity.
We're not saying it's not. We're not saying it is not. Listen, we're not saying it's not no bad.
But I'm not saying it's not inhumane either.
That's your opinion.
Yeah,
and this is yours.
That's yours.
But what I'm saying is, y'all are trying to overthrow me with y'all opinion.
I'm not trying
and how,
bro.
Because what I'm saying
I'm
is,
just telling you
we're just trying to exemplify
that there are two things can be true at the same time, bro. That's it.
We just trying
because it's true.
We just giving examples of what we're saying and what we mean towards what we are saying.
No, listen to me. Y'all talked about the definition of duality.
Yes,
that's true in what y'all are saying. But then you can't bring humanity into duality.
No, so that was just an opinionated question. He said, is it humanity in drug dealing? I said yes. I told him my viewpoint on why I felt that way. You said no, and you gave your opinion on why you felt that way.
But the reason, not your reason, but I'm saying the reason that like Tim was saying yes, because then he brings back in the duality part. The duality part is changed once you make the decision to sell drugs.
Right. Now, here's the thing. Tim was just only saying that he was exemplifying the humanitarian like mindset of it based off of duality. He was including duality in the circumstance, is what he's saying. I agree only because I understood where he was coming from. Now, even though you disagree, I can understand why you went against it. He's exemplifying to explain.
Here's the thing.
This is what I'm telling y'all.
You can't cross out my humanitarian efforts based on the fact that my money dirty.
Because
you can't. But
because
you can't. You can try, but you can't.
Listen. You're trying to add duality into humanity.
Hey, by the way, Tim, this was a really good question. For the record, this was a really good question.
Listen. You're trying to add duality into humanity, but you can't. Why? Because there's another word for not doing the right thing. It's what? Inhumane.
Yeah.
So now you're bringing in another word. So that changes the scope of duality. It's not duality because you're bringing in another force, another substance.
It don't see. Here's the thing. It don't change it.
But it does change it.
No. It
How?
Adds. It
you can't add when you're talking about.
It doesn't change anything. It adds to it.
Hey man, if that was the case, we wouldn't like nobody in the world.
It makes it more complex.
Does that make sense?
It doesn't change it.
Well, not anybody, but the majority of people.
How does it make context?
It just makes the situation more complex.
No, because
it's no longer black and white.
No, listen, but there is black and white.
He's not saying that it's not.
So you like that's the part where
he's adding towards your point to
but
get
you can't listen. But you can't because you have to base the question. You didn't say is it inhumane or humane to sell drugs. You said humanity, which means good.
I said is there humanity in drugs? I didn't ask you if it was humane. I said inside of this thing. Is there humanity?
Does this exist? Yes.
Inside of this thing, I didn't ask you if in totality.
Okay. The question I posed to you,
if inside of this is there humanity?
And my question I posed to you,
to that is yes.
Is
because there's good.
Okay, so then answer this. So then answer this. So then
from
answer this.
inside there.
But bad comes from it too, so it cancels. So it
Absolutely. It
cancels
does
out.
cancel it
So
out.
how does it? So what makes it humane
wait,
about
wait,
it?
wait.
Cancel it.
It nothing.
Balances.
I would say
How does it balance?
Because
everybody got good and bad to them. Every single person breathing air.
there's a God, there's a devil. Balance. Duality. That's all that is.
We're
bro.
not listen.
I'm not saying you're
We're not
wrong.
going against you. We
at
agree
all.
with you at 100%.
Because what you're saying is correct. But what I'm trying to get you to look at is that inside of this thing,
You're still trying to make it about duality. I've
Because
been past
that's-
that.
but-
I've
because
been
that's what it is.
agreed.
But
I've been
that-
agreed
but
about
that-
duality.
but that's
You
the
asked
whole
a question
point.
about humanity.
Inside of this thing.
He
not-
asked a
not-
specific question
not
to
in
say,
totality.
yeah, he asked a
You
question
looking at it in
meaning,
totality.
can humanity exist in
Inside.
drug dealing?
And it can.
And it can.
Because I can do.
That don't mean that it's
I can do
good.
this,
That don't
I
mean
can-
you should try it. That don't mean that you should none of that.
I
But
can do
we're
this
just
bad
asking a
thing.
question to say, can this exist in this
Inside,
bad thing?
because here's the thing,
Yes,
I
it
can
can.
do- I
But
can
again,
do
that's
this-
just my opinion.
I can do this inhumane thing, but inside of this inhumane thing, I can still go do something that's good.
Yeah.
I can take this and still make this. Because inside of that inhumane thing, it exists humanity. Because I can take this bad, because it's just like turning something bad into good.
So you're saying
hold on,
I'm taking inhumane stuff to make humanity.
to make
It's possible.
something good, because
It's possible.
You can make something bad. You can make something bad good, Pearl. You misfire.
That's canceling each other out.
It's balancing.
It's not
So
balancing.
so
it
so
is.
hold on. If that's
because
hold on.
those lives you can't get back.
You can't.
So hold on.
However,
So
but
that's just like saying
but
we
if
know
I
we
decide-
sinners, but we ain't going to heaven
but
because
if-
we
but
sinners.
if
No,
I-
no.
But if I decide,
Nah, it's just basically
but if
we
I decide
it's the
to
same
quit-
example.
But if I decide to quit this
No.
and go do something, I quit this. Take what I did over here. Move it to the good side. It doesn't bring them back. You're right.
No.
But
That's just like, bro.
But
that's
I'm
just,
still
that's
over
just
here
like, that's just like, bro.
correcting-
My brother died for some BS that the doctor did, and they said, oh, we apologize about that, but we'll make
Now-
sure that shit won't happen to the
now-
next person.
now
I
here's
can't
the-
get my brother back.
You can't.
So what the
But-
fuck is
but
humane
listen,
about that?
but listen,
Not shit.
but
So to
listen,
try
you
to
can't-
say
you
that
can't
I
get
can,
him
I can
back.
take a bad and make that
and
bad
make it good. You
hell
can.
the fuck no.
Yes, you can.
No.
Because here's the thing. He didn't die in vain. If I can fix this right here.
But he didn't. He
But
didn't fix
you-
shit.
but you don't know
So my
that.
brother died
We-
because he didn't fix shit.
But we don't know because
Yes,
I
we
ain't-
do. Because the
don't. Well, I
doctor
don't. Well, I
listen.
don't.
The doctor wouldn't listen when we tried to tell him what was wrong with my brother.
But
So my brother died,
right. So he did.
and now he's basically saying,
But what I'm saying is that if I hate this shit.
they cancel
What?
each other out.
They don't though, bruh.
See, here's a,
No,
so
listen,
I'll,
no, listen,
so
no,
I'll
no,
say
I'm
this. I'll
saying,
say
I'm
this.
saying.
I'll say this.
If like, I'm just saying, if you was to sell drugs, all right, and you're serving me, and I turn into a crackhead and then I overdose over it, but you and Tim get to buy a condominium and y'all are putting homeless people up. That's good for the homeless people. But you just killed me. So you killed me to be able to provide for the homeless people. You canceled it out.
So
Because
I'll say this. I'll wait till you get
you
done.
didn't
I'll
do-
wait till you get done.
You didn't do
cancel it
good work.
I did, but I
To- to-
I did do good work.
Hold on, Tim.
How?
Hold on,
I
Tim.
did something
You
bad.
Tim.
you just killed me though.
I did something bad, but I also
Hold on.
did something good.
because it worked on because it was on your conscience.
So here's
But
no.
I
Wait.
what-
So
what that
so
gotta do
so
with
here's the
anything?
thing.
My
So-
good is my good, bro.
No, it's
So
not.
so
Yes, it
here's yes it
is.
is. So here's the
My
thing.
good is my good.
Then if your good is your good, why would you do something bad in order to?
Because one can't exist.
in
One
order
can't
to do
exist
the
without
good.
the other. No, none of us are perfect. You ain't never did nothing bad in your life.
Yeah, we all done something
okay,
bad.
and then turned around and did something good.
All right,
Exactly.
All right, put it this way.
Exactly.
All right, put it
That's
this way.
all we saying.
No, because put it this way. So y'all got this example of selling drugs. So what happened to all of the millionaires that's been able to provide for people, and they did it in a good way? They didn't do nothing bad. They did it in a good way.
They had a legend.
All the athletes that made it.
That's
They did
cool.
it in a good way.
So wait a minute.
They did it in a good way.
But you saying
hold
that
on.
as if they probably
did it-
never did nothing bad in their life.
They did it-
That's not.
they
That's
did
not
it
what
in a
I'm
good
saying.
way.
So
They did
here's
it in a good way.
no. So here's the thing. We're going back to the premise, okay? So, can humanitarianism can it exist? Can being a humanitarian exist in selling drugs? So, according to whatever answer that you feel, you think, or whatever the case is, I understand it's like 2 or 3 different things that collide amongst us sharing our views. And
Because you're already starting off with
Now,
a
wait.
negative.
wait,
Because you're talking about a
Wait,
drug dealer.
Give me a second. I'm going to get there. What I'm saying is this. We're just answering the question based on the question. That does not mean that we don't agree that selling drugs is bad. Yes, selling drugs is bad. We agree.
No, y'all just made an advocacy for why it's okay.
No, we didn't. We just made
I mean, y'all honestly did.
We did.
No, we just made an interesting question
not.
to give a viewpoint. That's all we did. All we're saying is this. Even though certain bads have a worse, like have a greater effect, that's going to happen if you're picking something bad. Either whether you're turning around and doing something good or not, it's still going to have an effect. That doesn't change anything. What we're saying is you can do something bad and then turn over a leaf from the bad that you've done and do good. Does that mean that it still means that you still did bad. We're not negating any of the action present. All we're saying is you always have a choice. That is the whole premise of it all. You know what I'm saying? We're not omitting anything. All we're saying is if that is the question at hand and you gotta answer it, what is your view on it? That's it. It doesn't take away from anything. It doesn't cancel anything out because here's the thing. I'll give you an example. Let's just say, and bad doesn't have to mean something detrimental like death or being in a hospital or overdosing or anything like that.
But it happens in the context of selling drugs.
It does. And I'm in agreement with you. I'm just saying, even if we use another example that's lighter, let's just say football. Somebody went to school and they mama didn't love them or whatever. They had very like financial hardships. They stayed down. They figured it out. They ate noodles and then they made it to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
They could have cussed people out. They could have stole books. They could have cut class. That's still a bad. That doesn't mean that the greatness that they achieve was worth it during their journey. We're just saying it's always going to be highs and lows, bads and goods of everything. But we're not negating the bad. We're just saying, can you do good in the midst of doing bad? That's the premise of the question. We just use that as an instrument to have a very, very good question and dialogue, which again, you can tell by the time.
It was just a vessel.
That's a really good question. It was a good vessel.
It was just a vessel.
Yeah.
And so my thing is, how can you do that when they're canceling each other out?
But they don't.
See,
You keep
I'll
looking at
say-
it from a cancel out standpoint.
I'll say
that's not.
that's your viewpoint, and I respect it. And
No, because you know what? Because you know what? If y'all are saying it to be that way, you know what that makes you? Not you personally, but that person. That makes them crazy. Because
No, it makes
no.
it
Listen,
makes
listen.
them a hypocrite.
No.
But we all are. Like that's what it is.
On certain things, but we're talking about this.
if you're a
one
hypocrite,
topic.
you're a hypocrite.
But
But
If
no,
you're
no,
a
no,
believer,
listen,
you're a
listen,
believer.
listen,
We're
listen,
hypocrite on everything,
listen. But basically, that does kind of, in a sense, make you a hypocrite because hypocrite is doing something
We agree with
different than what you are promoting
Preaching,
or preaching.
But we all are.
Okay,
We're all that.
but what I'm saying is that makes that person crazy if they can think that, oh yeah, I just shot 4 people today, but tomorrow I'm gonna go to church and I'm gonna buy everybody dinner.
Same
that
thing apply.
But that doesn't. You see how that cancels out?
Listen, it doesn't negate the bad, but what if it's your cousin? Your cousin love you and he bought you dinner.
But
Hold on, wait. Hold on. That's a good one. Okay. You know your cousin told you he shot 4 people. He don't know if they died or not. He know one was breathing for air. He drove off, right? He shot 4 people. You down to your last and you know your cousin to do anything for you. He turn around and bought you dinner. Is it? What's your viewpoint on it?
He did.
He just shot 4 people.
But he still did something good because he
Still
fed you.
did
He was
something good for
hungry.
you.
That's not.
Cause
He
I'm
done
hungry. I
something
need help.
for he
For
done,
you,
listen,
but it's good.
for me.
But it's good.
To try to justify what the bad that
So
he done.
so him buying you food
How do you-
cancels out
How do you
cancels
know-
out the
but wait,
good.
How do you know he's trying to justify? How do you know that he ain't just doing it because
And
he
then
love
if
you
he doesn't,
and you hungry?
If he doesn't justify it, then that doesn't then that makes him inhumane.
We
Because you don't care about the 4 people you just shot.
We don't disagree.
All you care about is blood. You care about your
What if
family.
his life was at jeopardy?
But again, but
Huh?
here's the
What if
thing.
his life was at jeopardy? He just
But-
told you he shot 4 people.
He didn't tell you why.
Sure didn't.
That's a different
No,
concept.
not.
Yes,
it's
it is.
not. It's not.
Yes, it
He
is.
just,
No, it's not.
He just
Yes,
said,
it is.
No, it's not.
It's
Yes, it
not.
is.
He just said, "Cause I shot 4 people,"
When,
but he
when
didn't
you're
tell
selling
you why.
drugs, you're not selling drugs for survival.
What?
Oh, hey, bro. So listen, this was a
Hey, man, y'all leave us in the
man,
comments,
this
man,
was a
'cause I got
How
fantastic.
you doing this for
This was-
survival?
this was a-
because
this
listen,
was-
because listen.
This was a
Y'all
fantastic
is-
topic.
listen.
I love, bro. I love y'all. But and the
Y'all
funny thing
saying-
is,
listen, listen.
like y'all watching this shit. And the funny thing
If
is,
it's for survival, then that means as soon as they pay the bills, then they gonna stop, right?
some people do.
But hell
people
no.
do.
Some people do.
Hey, listen, no, that's a
Some
damn
people
lie.
do.
No, that's
No,
a lie.
that's not.
a lie.
That is-
No,
that is
That's not.
That's a
You're-
lie. That's a damn
It's
lie.
not.
Listen,
You're
I
making
can't-
a broad. You're
that's a
making
damn
a
lie.
broad statement about
That's-
some
that's-
people.
that's a damn lie.
But look, here's
That-
the thing, man.
That means
The
them.
fun-
That means them dudes is not successful at all. So you do
The
all
funny
you
thing-
risk all them lives
I factually
of your
factually-
family and
I
stuff.
can factually prove it, but it ain't my
But
place.
but here's the thing.
No, you can
Hold on,
prove
bro.
it
Wait,
once
wait,
they
wait,
get
wait.
once they get to a certain plateau.
Hold on.
But
bro.
if a guy gets into the drug game business just to pay their rent because they was down there 1 month, man, get out of here. Like
Here's the thing,
like
bruh.
you ain't even gonna move that fast
Y'all-
to be able to do that.
y'all are witnessing what a conversation with us is like when the cameras are off.
When
Like this,
when
like
people
this,
are trying to gang up on
Nobody's trying to
you.
gang up
You
on
gang
you.
up.
We're
the
not
people-
ganging up on
chose
you.
the
Listen,
side.
America, don't you-
No, you
And
chose
that's
the
the
side. You stay on that side.
He chose.
No,
He chose the
I
side.
chose
he did.
the
But
truth.
no,
Ain't no
no.
truth.
Wait. Hold on. You
That's
chose
duality.
your
It's-
truth.
Yeah, that's
No,
your truth.
didn't
y'all
choose
Negroes
you didn't
is
choose
trying to preach
no.
duality. Like I don't know what
You
the
didn't-
hell duality
you
means.
You
didn't
act
choose-
like you don't.
No,
You didn't choose.
You
You
picking and
can't-
choosing. You
listen.
picking and choosing what
You
you
chose-
chose.
listen.
your truth.
So because what y'all just basically said is duality can cancel each other out.
No,
I
we
didn't-
never said
I
Y'all
cancel.
did that. You said you can do
didn't
good
say
and bad at the same time. That's
You can.
cancellation.
No, it's not.
Balance.
How the fuck?
That's balance.
That's not balance.
Two things.
Hey, you know what comes to balance? Because you canceled them out. So now they're no longer.
Cancel. You keep saying
No,
cancel.
he just said they cancel each other
Two
out.
didn't say
things
that. I
can
said they
exist
balance.
at the same time, meaning they are both there. Meaning they are not canceled out. It's two things instead of one. When you cancel, one thing is
So
there,
all
not
bipolar
two.
people will have balance.
Yeah.
All right, hey, look,
Imbalance,
man.
yeah,
Look.
that's
No,
the
no,
only
no, no, no,
balance
no,
they
no.
got.
You can't add that. You could because you
Imbalance.
change.
But they do.
You
Imbalance.
change.
But they
Imbalance is a balance.
So here's the thing.
It's
Listen,
balance
man,
and
y'all
imbalance.
leave comments
Please leave
and
comments.
You're
leave
changing.
comments and let us know. This was a great topic. Me and my brothers been in here fighting like we don't love each other, but we do. That's my nigga Pearl, man. He's as you can
So-
see,
and-
he's
and-
always
He's starting
passionate.
to
And so listen,
He's
and so
passionate.
listen.
He's starting to sweat.
That's
And so listen.
well, you can't see him and you can't see me now because my camera died. But Faceless Wonder is over there. But y'all
And-
already knew I was handsome though from earlier.
And you know why?
And yes,
my
I smell,
cancer.
I smell as good as I look
And you know why my camera's still on?
because he full
Because
of shit.
it's my damn show, and these two motherfuckers is always trying to one up me.
Nobody's trying to one up you, but we just had a
the
conversation.
subscribers know.
We just
all
had
right?
a conversation, bro.
2 episodes ago, this motherfucker told me that my good advice stinks because
Okay,
because
so
motherfuckers-
so now we lying,
All
right?
right,
I'm gonna turn
so
the
okay,
cameras off.
all right.
Now,
So now we lying,
so
right?
so that's so
I didn't
that's
tell
number
you.
one.
We done.
Hey, so listen.
I didn't tell you
So listen.
your advice
We done.
stinks.
Subscribe YouTube,
We done.
Spotify,
We need to go to the bathroom.
Apple
and lay
Podcasts
down.
because I'm sick of these two over here for always trying to gang up on you, boy. The subscribers done already said why they always be trying to gang up on you, per. And now this is more evidence of why. All right.
Nobody's ganging
Tune
up
in
on him,
for
man.
the next episode because, hell, with these two, you never know what they're going to talk about. It's your boy, Pearl.
It's Big Sam, man. That's
Faceless
the
Wonder.
Grr.
Fat Ass is texting me. He can't be here because he's somewhat getting lost.
And y'all like that fat ass nigga.
Shout out to everybody that's celebrating TSU homecoming.
I'm so glad I go to TSU.
And always, long live Styles.
Styles,
all
baby.
day, every day.
And we out this thing.
You did.
Peace.